Hello everyone, welcome back. We're continuing Sea Viper's update. I grinded out her stuff to be maxed out. Didn't take too long. It's not too bad once you sort of know what to do. And then we could do the I'm gonna call it Kamaitachi no Yoru because that's what I've always known it as. I didn't even know that there was a localized version called Banshee's Last Cry until recently, or is it Banshee's Last Call? Either way, apparently it was an English iOS version that was really bad, which that kind of sucks. But hey, you know what? At least I have some semblance of knowledge of it, which is kind of cool. Might be familiar to those who watched my Danganronpa 2 Let's Play. There's a little bit of stuff in that because Spike Chunsoft was the one who did they were the one who did it. It's kind of a weird Spike Chunsoft crossover, which is so very random. There was an update in between, which is very strange. But there she is. Look at her. She's so ready to go. I love now that we actually have her armor. I mean, I think her other outfit looks better in some ways, but at the same time, it's nice to switch it up. All right, so we can go back to the lab. Back to the lab again, right? That's the reference. That's the Dexter's laboratory. Hi, Vipey. I have another job. I need to protect. Oh wait! Oh cool! I need to protect a VIP. Her name is Lauren. She's a girl in her teens. That's right. She's my daughter. One thing led to another, and now she's in Metro City alone. I'd like to be the one protecting her, but I can't be showing my true identity so close to my target. Besides, she says she hates me now. Oh, Lauren. Regardless, I'm putting you on escort duty. Oh, this is what I was excited for. Okay, we got more Master Assist. My investigation confirmed that you were never associated with Shadaloo when it was around, but you have connections with former associated parties. Have you ever considered joining up with them? Well, maybe if I'm getting stronger. What am I gonna do with you? I can't say I don't understand either. There's something I learned when I infiltrated Shadaloo and began investigating them in Bison. His pursuit of ultimate strength resonated with a lot of fighters, deeply for some. Though of course that doesn't change the fact that he was evil. If you forget everything else, remember this. End up on their side. I won't hesitate taking you out.
Wonderful.
Should have no problem with this move. We get Force Focus, which, damn, that could probably be really good, actually. I should put that on. Our backwards is what? Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, no, we can replace this. Give me the Force Focus instead, right? That's a good one there. Because we have this. Seismic. You know what? I don't really like Seismic Hammer. I think there's stuff for it that's pretty good, but I don't think I like it. Let's see here. I do want to kick one. What's a DP kick here we can do? Cannon Spike? Oh, well, you know what? We have Blue Mary's move. Right? Blue Mary's is fun. I like that one. Hurricane Upper. Right? That's a good one. Somersault. You know, instead of rolling, let's go. That's a fun one, too. Okay. Right? Alright. We'll get some of those. Cool. But still more? Another test? Let's do this. Okay. See, that's what I want to do. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm so small! You barely touched me. Oh, see, I'm so tiny. Do you have anything special? Super art for that? Okay. Let's see about that. That's so good. And it does lead to a crumple there, too. Oh, I want to see what that does there, the EX version. I was hoping it'd be unblockable. Okay. Nice kick. Alright. Wiping your face. Okay. Nice. I don't like when that one whiffs, though. That's the problem, huh? Okay, so I definitely want to release it at the right time. Uh-oh. So I want to see if I can do that into... What's my, like my level 3 here is double quarter circle punch there. Okay. Okay, well, wait, let's try that. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. I forgot I gotta press the heavy version. Okay. Wrong. That's not good. Oh, that's gonna be the EX version too, huh? Yep. That's not doing a lot to me, though. That'll work. "40 hits is crazy, actually. Yep, another one for the foot compilation. I think I have a good idea of your level. Okay. Are you familiar with the nation of Naishal? A suspicious investment in funding aid, terrorist groups, is a nation with a number of worrying trends. A number of these can be traced back to a certain former high-ranking Shadaloo member, and one of my most important targets. Okay. Do this job long enough, and an ally one day may be an enemy the next. That applies doubly for the various intelligence agencies around the world. Take England's Delta Red, for example. We share the target of Shadaloo, but even then things didn't go smoothly. It devolved into a constant battle over information and jurisdictionary arguments. Bickering helps no one, and I like to avoid it, but sometimes you need to roll in the mud. I need you. I'd like to see you roll in the mud. It's about time for the final test. Yeah, we got this. Can I get your shoes? Dude, if we get one level 3 off, we're good. I knew it. For some reason, I knew that it would be a thing. You know what? Let's make sure that we lower our attack damage just so we can get enough meter to, like, be good here. Right? So I need the meter here. Okay. Give me a meter. Come on. I just need to get one super off and I'm good for my level 3. Feels like her hair puffs back up when she does that there. It's kind of weird. Her hair almost deflates. Okay, we're nearly there. Okay. Wrong button. Dang it. Okay, well. What is it? It's double quarter circle what again? Forward. That's my problem. Please hit. Yes. Shoes get. I knew they'd be obtainable just because I saw them on the create a character model when she was in her other form. Like, I knew it. It was exceedingly obvious. Let's see here. Anything else? Defeat without using items. I can get that this time, maybe. Okay. Okay, alright, we got this. Ah! Trying to... That went through! Okay. Oh, she waited.
Like this. Vertical arrow.
Nice. Another super just for good measure. Now, are the boots good? Afterburner. Effects when a burnout is triggered. Outgoing damage M. Multiple from this stack, but extra stacks will be lost after the oh. Huh. You want to get burnout with them. That's kind of crazy.
Okay.
You did well. I have nothing left to teach you. Undercover supermom.
Just remember, strength alone doesn't pay the bills. It's not a rational thing to want. But you do you.
Those are still fun little videos. I like a mastery level has gone up. Oh wait, you have more? Is this just your battle one?
Wow.
Tell the truth, I didn't think you'd become this good. Hate to admit it, but I had little kicks seeing you improve little by little. Reminded me of watching my daughter when she was young. What is, you want another test? Another time. Understood. Yeah, it's just the test one. Okay, so mission, doting mother. We get Lauren's choker. Speak to her in Beat City in the day, or Beat Square rather. Okay, well, here we are. So she will have a model, huh? Let's see. Probably not going to come out as good. Usually the custom model ones aren't, but we'll see. Well, first off, let's see here. Your appearance. Do they look better? I mean, the armor is kind of more what I kind of want to go for, so. Just see here. What the frick is... Oh, that's part of the swimsuit. Let's see here. I don't think there's anything else that'll really... That might be okay if it was blue. That's way too long. When did I get these? Got a bunch of short shorts randomly. That's too short. I think that is the best one, yeah. What we're going for. Bare head. Wait, I could give myself the thing back, the little chicky thing, but no, that's an accessory, right? I don't think there's anything for head that really matters for us, right? A crown wouldn't be bad if we had that. We super don't have that. Yeah, there's nothing really here to improve our look. Yeah, no. Okay. Socks don't matter. The blade. Ear effects. Yeah. I'm going to save this then as another set. Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay, no, you look like what I would expect. Oh, Grace is just right here. Oh, you can get her glasses. Defeat with round glasses. Defeat with a super art. Wellington use the aerial burning kick. Beat using Sea Viper's style for hair gel. Complete hit Sea Viper's mission complete one time. Well, that's another way to get them then, huh?
Yeah.
I'm Grace, a CERN employee. Got it. That's funny. You can just get her here. Well, let's get those round glasses maybe. Okay. She is using the aerial. Can you stop with the kicks, ma'am? That's gonna win. All right. Got some hair gel and those round glasses. I want to see how cute they are. Ma'am, your dignity. Let's see here. This is Battle Soldier gloves. We switch them out for... I guess we've kind of had those already, huh? Oh, yeah, no, I don't really dig that. I think the gloves are better. Okay. Well, that's fine. It's kind of funny she's just here. Can't fight Lauren. My mom just texted me. She said she's going to send one of her coworkers to show me around.
Come on.
How did she find out? I wanted to show her that I'm doing fine. I'm fine doing stuff like this on my own. First, my friend cancels on me. Then my mom can't come because she has stupid work. I'm here in Metro City with nothing to do. It sucks. Mom won't shut up about how it's dangerous alone. I'm not a kid anymore. So at least I gotta hang out in Metro City. Thanks for your help anyway, Saber. Let's grab something to eat first. What you grabbing?
Cool.
This place is famous. Is there anything you recommend? Pepperoni pizza. Oh, that sounds good. I'll get that. Wow, this is good. Oh, is that pineapple on there? Get that off there! Oh my god, wait. The Bosch flashback? Dude, are we gonna get Ingrid to bring Bosch back to life?
Everything okay?
Are you thinking about another time you ate with someone?
You know.
I know that feeling. Mom and I had a lot of nights where we ordered pizza because she got home late and we didn't have any food. For some reason, the nights where we ate together like that are the ones that I remember the most. God, her getting a crappy creative model is so funny. We're dying? I guess we should eat. Give me the donut.
Thanks for stopping by.
Also, might as well while we're here, get some of that. Okay. I'm stuffed. Let's walk around for a bit. Let's head to Beat Street, Hong Hu Men, because that's a place where there's violence, and I want to fight.
Oh,
I've seen this place on FoodTube. Will you take my picture? Camera? Oh, wait. I gotta go to the right spot then. Right here. Oh, she's doing the Chun-Li pose. Cute.
nice.
Oh, nice job. This looks great. I'll send this to my... Oh, wait, no, I forgot we were fighting. I wonder if it seems like I'm irresponsible. I don't think I'm too bad. I always do my chores on time. And, like, she's never home because of work, but she still complains about me going out. It's so annoying. She's so overprotective all the time. I'm just working myself up. And I'm saying that I hated her and wanted to move out as soon as possible. I know I shouldn't have. I don't know why I was so mad. Sorry, you buzzkill. Let's go do some shopping. The shop at the Sodom truck is pretty crazy, right? Let's go check it out. I didn't go talk to her. Is she here too? Let's see here. Is she here? She's got to be here somewhere. Is she not? Oh, there she is.
Not bad.
Oh, not bad. So that's kind of fun, but I kind of wish I went to talk there before.
Yo.
Anything new while we're here? I don't know. Since we're in DLC world, I thought there might be new stuff, but it doesn't seem to be. Just some demon horns, kitty cat gloves, and thigh-high socks. The norm.
Awesome.
Oh, these outfits are ridiculous. Uh-oh. Is it the Cheeky Breeky tracksuit gang? What the frick? What are these guys? Oh, it's Uber Eats! We gotta beat up Uber Eats. That's annoying. Why do you guys have so many things? That's one. Yeah, sending that in for, asking for a refund. Oh, Saber, you're strong. It actually really reminded me of my
So
mom.
my mom.
You know, she always comes home completely... What is this angle? She always comes home completely exhausted, but then she always leaves wearing a perfect suit the next day. Whenever I see her like that, I'm always so proud to call her my mom. I know I'll always be able to count on her.
Yeah.
I really do know that all the work she does is for me. I know how much she loves me, but that's exactly why it's so frustrating when she uses work as an excuse. How am I supposed to respond to that? All I wanted was to be able to do stuff on my own, but then I went and said all that to her. I guess I am still a bratty little kid. How am I supposed to go out on my own like this? I should apologize.
Oh.
Please excuse me a moment. Okay. Get her out of there. Bought a shirt for Mom as a gift to say sorry. The same one that employee is wearing. We go somewhere to get some exercise? Oh, we'll head to the Outlaws Court. Oh, street basketball? You really do know all the good spots.
Mom!
Aww.
I was able to sneak out of work for a bit. How are things going? Are you having fun?
It's fine. Though, some weird guy tried to attack me before. You were right, Mom. It's too dangerous. I can't do anything on my own.
It was literally just Uber Eats people, which is really funny. Like, there was no malicious intent. It was just Uber Eats people that were late.
I'm sorry for what I said. I took it for granted that you'd forgive me because you're my mom. I guess I'm not ready to do things by myself just yet.
Oh, Lauren, you're being silly. Listen, you'll know when you're ready. Just remember
Aw.
that nothing will ever change that I'm your mother and that I love you. But I know I could worry less too. I'm sorry for being so nosy. I don't want to keep you from doing what you want to do. Will you tell me everything when I'm home?
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
Good. And if you're going sightseeing alone, pick somewhere with more people. Like Beat Square.
Oh, I missed it. No. I clicked because I thought she wouldn't say it on time, but it was probably just, Mom, you're doing the thing. We get her choker, which is cute. Right? Just a little one there. Oh, is she just hanging out here?
What's up?
I know my mom may seem like she's super reliable and responsible when she's on the job, but she's a totally different person on her days off. She just lays around all day and waits till the last minute to start cleaning or do laundry. Yo, real. I always tries to get out of cooking by saying she likes my food more. When it comes to chores, I'm the one that's responsible. We love a fail woman. We do. I mean, is it a fail woman? I don't know if I'd call it that, because it's kind of, you know, not so much a fail woman as it is a, well, she's just tired, you know? But if I'm correct, I think then that is that for, because we can change whenever, which makes me very happy. 4 out of 4, 6 out of 6, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. We still got more there. But here we go. Street Fighter's Last Cry. I'm excited for this. A night of tragedy unfolds after a group of fighters find a mysterious note. On it reads, the words, "Tonight at midnight equals die." What the frick? What? Welcome to Kung Fu Kong Villa. During your time, you'll be going by the name Max. Enjoy your stay. What is this? Is this a full freaking visual novel? Oh, sorry, sound novel? Oh my god, this is amazing! When I came to, I found myself in front of a fancy building. This is the Kung Fu Kong Villa Resort. Oh my god! We even have the original sort of sprite art. A girl appearing as a blue silhouette spoke to me in a friendly voice. A resort? It all came back to me as I considered what she said. Kung Fu Kong Corporation, a renowned martial arts conglomerate, runs this facility for fighters from all over. As a fighter myself, I've been invited here. We appear as blue silhouettes to hide our true identities and prevent needless confrontations between red-blooded fighters. I'm a guest at this resort too. I go by Grace here. Grace? What's your name? She asked. My mind searched for the answer. I'm Max. Nice to meet you. Grace chuckled in response. Well, let's get going. The glass door in front of us gleamed brightly in the evening twilight, as if beckoning us to use it. From this moment on, I would spend the night here, using Max as my alias. A wave of excitement for what awaited me washed over my body as I pushed the door open. The Banshee and the Street Fighter's Last Cry. This is insane. This is insane. What are we doing? Welcome, Max and Grace, I presume. A man of medium build greeted us in the spacious entrance. My name is William Forrest. At least here it is. The apron he wore and his calm demeanor gave him the appearance of resort management. but he was also a guest. I've been visiting here for a long time, so they put me in charge of managing things while I'm present. He then took a moment to explain a few things to Grace and me, as it was our first time visiting. Let's go over some ground rules. First, no snooping in others' business. Second, just because we're all fighters, doesn't mean you can go around picking fights. This isn't Metro City, am I right? Fighters took on new identities here in order to unwind and relax. As long as you follow those simple rules, well, feel free to do as you like. There's a game room and a billiard room, and the food here is quite good. William added, winking, as if he had just sealed a great deal. And here are your room keys, a voice called from behind the reception desk nearby. A woman in an apron similar to William's stood there, smiling gently. That's Colleen. Like me, she's a veteran around here and helps out with things behind the scenes. At the mention of her name, Colleen nodded politely. Debbie +2, okay. A whiteboard in front of the reception listed all the room numbers and guests currently staying at the resort. Max, your room is 206, Grace, 207. Oh, sorry, wrong one, she explained as she handed us the keys. The guest rooms are upstairs on the second floor. They should be ready for you, but since dinner is about to be served, you can wait in the lounge if you'd like, Colleen suggested, pointing to the area next to the stairs. The lounge was cozy, furnished with a rustic fireplace. A large coffee table was surrounded by sofas, enough to seat about 10 people. True to its name, it seemed like the perfect place to relax and chat. I think I'll wait here, Grace explained as she threw herself onto the sofa. She stretched and let out a satisfying sigh. I'm sorry, do you see the Among Us chair? I'm not the only one, right? Having seen her embrace relaxation, I decided to follow suit. Crossing the entrance, I sat down on the sofa opposite Grace. Busy with dinner preparations, William and Colleen hurried into the kitchen at the back of the first floor. Without anything particular to talk about, I absentmindedly gazed at Grace. Even though her form was obscured by a blue silhouette, I could still make out the expression on her face. Her eyes, dark and deep, locked onto mine, her smile, radiating a warmth that felt both inviting and disarming. Even the way she sat, her head tilted ever so slightly, was endearing. There was no doubt she was an attractive girl. I couldn't help but wonder what kind of fighter she was. Just as I started to imagine, I quickly shook my head. I'd been warned not to involve myself in others' business. Here I was obsessing over the first cute girl I see. How pathetic, I thought to myself. 3 girls chattered loudly as well descending the stairs in a line. What the heck are we even supposed to do here? A pretty but somewhat rigid girl asked as she led the group. We eat as much as we want, then we go back to our room to watch TV, replied the smiling girl trailing along, who had a round, jolly appearance. The bespectacled tomboyish girl in the middle shrugged her shoulders in exasperation. Might as well get some use out of the TV after Debbie was so annoying about getting a room with one. I said I was sorry, Molly. It's going to be tough to give them each different voices. Debbie responded apologetically, absent-mindedly practicing her sumo as she did. I don't want to miss the sumo tournament, that's all. Honestly, why do you waste your time here watching TV? The pretty girl responded, furrowing her eyebrows. There's no reason to get so angry, Tiffany, Debbie exclaimed. Suddenly, Grace asked me softly, all 3 of them are pretty cute, huh? Which one do you choose? I falter. Was she talking about a sparring partner or a date? Unsure, I hesitated before responding. The beautiful Tiffany, the tomboyish Molly, the charming Debbie. I was gonna say, oh man. Well, okay, first time through, let's go with myself. The tomboy, obviously. Well, the tomboyish Molly. You've got a type, huh? Grace joked as she squinted her eyes playfully, knowing she was getting a rise out of me. But you know, that's not allowed, right? We can't go around picking fights, remember? Oh, you meant as a sparring partner. That's right, we're all fighters here after all. What did you think I meant? Oh, I mean... My response trailed off awkwardly. So I can see how there could be 15 endings. Suddenly, the sound of a car engine broke the silence. It continued to grow louder, then came to a stop. What are your proportions? Yeehaw, here at last! Middle-aged man with broad shoulders, a rugged look, and speaking in a distinct southern accent stormed in. And then there was his wife, a delicate woman with a fragile, almost melancholic aura accompanying him. The Buchanans, welcome! That's wild, I know people with that last name. William raced out of the kitchen to greet them. How was your trip here? Well, the car held up okay, but the roads were rough once it got to snowing. Glad we made it before everything froze. As he spoke, we could see that small flakes of snow were now contained in the blowing wind outside. The cuckoo clock on the wall by the entrance squawked 7 times. It was already 7 p.m. "William, shall we start serving dinner?" asked a petite woman who approached him across the room. She was dressed in a work uniform, suggesting her position was to help around the resort. Uh, yes, Abby, please, if you will," Abby replied with a cheerful uh-huh, and led us to the dining hall. Dining hall was spacious, filled with tables covered in white cotton cloths, each one evenly spaced apart. We're playing Street Fighter right now. This is so weird. The trio of girls from before and the Buchanans took their seats at their respective tables. It seemed everyone assumed Grace and I were a couple, as we were seated across from each other at the same table. "I can't wait." Grace smiled across the table, her eyes shining. "Yeah, me too. Seems like the food here is pretty famous," I added as she tilted her head slightly in response. "It's not just the food," she said with a smile. "I get the feeling something is about to happen, don't you?" "About to happen? Like what?" "Feels like we've all come here and become people just a little bit different than our usual selves. For some reason, it feels like we have a part to play." "A part to play?" I looked over at William, who was prepping at the kitchen counter. "I mean, like we'll start helping out at the resort like William?" "Yeah, something like that," Grace replied while nodding. "I think being with you is also part of it. Something might happen to us together." The thought that I might have a greater purpose here made a fresh wave of excitement wash over me. I grinned. "That must mean your part here is to guide me. That must mean our part's to play our lovers, baby!" "Yeah, baby!" "That must mean our part's to play her as lovers, baby!" Who knows? A mysterious smile curled on her lips. She didn't say no. Before I realized, dinner had come to an end. I was so focused on chatting, I barely noticed the food. Nothing better than a cup of tea after a meal. "Who's this?" A man approached our table. With his sleeveless shirt showing off his beefy arms, he carried 2 cups filled near to spilling. He set the tea down, half of it spilling on the table, and gave a thumbs up with his calloused hand. "Everyone says I make a killer cup." He introduced himself as Bobby. Like Abby, he helped out around the resort. "Nice to meet ya." He laughed as he slapped my back in jest. I figured it was a friendly gesture, but honestly, it hurt. Seems like he didn't quite have a sense of his own strength. Despite most of it spilling, tea was still refreshing. Set the cup down and suddenly caught a scent in the air. That smells good. What is that? As I searched for the source of the aroma, my eyes landed on a man at the corner table, casually tilting his cup. His hunched posture seemed oddly suspicious. "Over there, that's John." "Okay," Abby said quietly as she came to clear our table. "I believe he's adding cinnamon to his tea. He always spices it up." The resort boasted an array of tea options where adding milk and lemon was only the beginning. "Shall we?" Prompted by Grace, we left the dining hall. This is so mundane. I cannot believe being a Street Fighter player and coming across this and just being like, what am I doing? As we passed by the entrance, the girls from before were making a fuss. "It was outside our window," Molly exclaimed as she furrowed her brow in confusion. "Sure wasn't there before dinner," Debbie added in dismay. "Made sure the door and the windows were locked." Tiffany chimed in, bristling. "Please calm down. There's no need to worry. Found this outside your window, you say?" William was holding a piece of paper in his hand. Intrigued, I leaned in to take a closer look. The following was written: "Tonight at midnight, D." Some letters were partially faded and nearly illegible, yet for some reason I felt like I could read them. "Tonight at midnight, someone will dance?" Does this say someone will die at midnight? Let's go with dancing, baby. "Tonight at 12 a.m., someone will dance?" I don't even know why I read it that way. Maybe it was because of how this place looked. Like a grand ball could be hosted here. As we continued talking, Bobby happened to pass by. Oh, wait. Maybe he overheard us, or perhaps something came to mind because he turned on his heel and walked down the stairs. Curiosity tugged at me as I followed him downstairs. Oh! What the frick? This is so weird! This is so weird! He goes down to play Street Fighter 6! What the frick? Before I knew it, the game room spread out before me, filled with rows of arcade cabinets. I watched as Bobby walked up to one of the machines. Power Steering Fighter 6! Legacy and innovation meet at last. As I peeked at the screen from beside him, I continued playing and said, "I overheard your conversation from earlier and it made me remember something. This game's getting an update tonight." The update will bring a wave of players online to competitive play. To online competitive play, so we thought it'd be a good idea to get in some practice before things heated up. What do you say, Max? Want a tango? Bobby said while grinning. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't into fighting games. I'm in. Then bring it. With that, we jumped in. Is it going to be a real fight that we play? What the frick? I'm Streetsman. What is this stage? What is this stage? So, okay, I still have my moves. Okay. But I'm Streetsman. I'm literally the John Streets. Okay. This background is so crazy. This looks like a shit post. This looks like a shit post. And the fact that I'm just turned into John Streets is so funny. GG! We exchanged a fist bump and praised each other's tech. That was fun, but don't you feel a little unsatisfied? Bobby's voice dropped a notch and he leaned in. Games are cool and all, but how about a real fight? I was thinking the same thing. This is so homoerotic. I'm in, then bring it. With that, we jumped right in. Really dark here. Almost tough to see what's going on. Wow, that did lots of damage, actually. This is the weirdest thing in any Street Fighter. I love it. GG. We exchanged a fist bump. That was fun, but don't feel unsatisfied. Dropped in. How about a real fight? I was thinking the same thing. Wait, this is the same? What? Huh? Am I supposed to lose? What? Am I supposed to lose, maybe? Okay, well, let's pop a thing that kills me. Right? Okay. Kill me. Is this meant to prove that you're supposed to lose some fights? Like, that's the reason? Let's see here. GG. What? What the fr- Wait! Wait! Oh my god, wait! I just noticed how many things in the... We're, like, stuck in the game? Do you see that? And is it getting darker? Okay, wait, I didn't notice that at first. That's crazy. Okay. So, like, we're, like, descending into madness here? Is there more? Yeah, what the frick? This is weird. This is weird. Okay. We're stuck in the video game dimension, man. You die in the game, you die in real life. Ooh, is he getting, like, tougher? Okay. His like CPU is getting better. This is so weird. Did we pick the weird route first? What the? Something wasn't right. We seemed to be trapped in an endless loop of battles within the game. At least that was how it felt. Had we been pulled into a virtual world? Or was I standing there at the cabinet lost in its grip? My mind spun, tugged in every direction. Kneeling on the floor, I fumbled desperately for the power cord. But I could just shut the game off. I grabbed the plug and yanked it out of the wall. Whoa! Pulling the plug. Unend. This is awesome! Wait! Wait, this is great. Wait, I can go continue. So where does that put us? Okay, so this is just brings us back to here. Okay. Return to the event menu. Yeah. So chapters. Oh, you can warp around. Good. Okay, so mysterious message. Let's start from here. Oh, this is great. Is there a fast forward function? There's log. No. Okay. Oh, and it tells you which ones you did. Doesn't it say someone will die at midnight? What do you mean someone will die at midnight? That's so scary. Debbie panicked, her pudgy, fat hands covering her mouth. This must be a joke, said Tiffany harshly. She looked at me with a hard stare. Cornered, I held up my hands defensively. Someone will die at midnight. I don't even know why I interpreted it that way. It was like a strange sense of deja vu, like this all happened before. Maybe it was all predetermined, like an endless cycle, and it will all happen again. What's going on down there? The Buchanans came downstairs and joined the conversation. Chase took the paper from William's hand and snorted. They stuck this to the second floor window without no ladder or nothing? That must be, I forgot his first name. It must be out of their mind. Apparently the window in the next room was too far away to reach just by hand. The wind must have blown it in from somewhere and it got stuck up there. He had a point. That was definitely a possibility. Chase turned toward the girls who were looking upset and flashed a grin that revealed the shine of his gold tooth. Now you gals better turn those frowns upside down, you hear? Whether true or not, Chase's swaggered speech lightened the mood, leaving everyone feeling a little less tense. The girls headed back to the room as they muttered, while William returned to cleaning. For some reason, I found myself sitting down on the sofa in the lounge with the Buchanans. Thanks for calming everyone down back there. That's what I'm here for, friend, Chase said with a smug expression. This, traditional Japanese music for this southern folk is so strange. Chase said with a smug expression painted on his face. Well, I might not look like it, but I'm the head honcho of a big old team back home. And when you're a leading, you can't let even the littlest problem slide, you get me? He gave a somewhat shady impression, but there was maybe more to him than meets the eye. Chase leaned forward as I couldn't help but be impressed. Someone like you, a youngin', well, I can whip you into shape and make you something real special. I gulped. Really? You're damn straight I can. Join the team, train up a bit, you'll be a hot shot leggedy split. I wasn't sure what kind of team it was, but the idea of being a leader sounded pretty cool. Chase continued pressuring me. How about it, Max? Want to join me? I considered for a moment before answering. Sign me up. Sorry, I don't think so. Sure, what's a MLM between friends? We gotta work on the upsell. Sign me up. Yeehaw! Chase puffed out his chest with a grin. That's a deal. We better get moving. From then, things started moving fast. What the frick? Chase took me to the town where the team was located. Wait, is Chase gonna be freaking damned? Chase took me to town where the team was located, and from then I was under his command. I began as an errand boy, but slowly made my way up the ranks. Eventually, I became Chase's right-hand man. 30 years of sleepless nights and giving it my all. Having steered the team to success, I thought it was time to unwind and visit the resort again to reward myself. Yeah, hear it? We've become Chase? My car fought through the blizzard to reach the destination. A few guests were already at the resort, it seemed. Little did I know this was just the beginning. It was gonna be a long, harrowing night. Yeah, I'm the leader! Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Chapters. Invitation. We're gonna say no to joining his MLM. Alright. Let's see here. This is so good. I was gonna say stupid, but I need people to know that when I say that, I mean I love it. Sorry, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I couldn't agree with something I knew nothing about. I apologized and declined. Haha. Amber Buchanan laughed. I must apologize on behalf of my husband. He always gets like this whenever he thinks he sees someone he thinks he can use. Oh, come on now. Chase's face tensed up like he just sucked on a lemon. Huh? Grace turned her gaze to the window and let out a noise. I think a little animal just ran by or something. I also glanced over. Snow and wind were picking up outside. A flicker of light reflected off the landscape outside. The headlights of a car. That's not an animal. Seems like a car. Car drew closer and the entrance door opened. Yo, okay. Hello everyone, it is I, the only, the one, Jonas Fraberge, here to dazzle you with my presence this fine day. My brain is looking at this and going, is this G? A man with a thick beard shouted loudly. In one hand he carried a long stick with a camera attached to the end of it. Must be one of those influencers, Chase questioned under his breath. Meanwhile, Jonas kept on talking to his camera. The man known as Jonas twirled in place as he spoke, catching himself from all different angles. He was clearly recording a video. Excuse me, sir, William proclaimed as he rushed over. Would you please refrain from recording in the lobby? You need special permission to do so. The tone in William's voice was more stern than usual. Sorry, my man. Jonas shrugged and quickly put his camera away. Having finished his check-in, Jonas walked into the lounge without a hint of shame. Watch out, coming through! His tan face looked tough. The grin on his bearded lips seemed rather shallow. If this is G, I swear to God. He plopped down on the next to Grace without even asking. Call me Jonas. My channel's called Fight It. I do vids and streams. You can probably checked out my stuff before, right? Haha. His Fight It channel, as the name suggests, hosted footage of battles between fighters. Oh, he's the hobo fights guy. I fought with all kinds of opponents. Beefhead wrestlers, you name it. Jonas bragged, clearly proud of his accomplishments. But fighting here is against the rules, right? For a moment, I thought I saw Jonas's eyes narrow. Oh, that was us there. But just as quickly, he returned to his usual lighthearted tone and continued talking. Of course! This is a place for fighters to chill, you know? Random fights. Totally off limits, I get that, but... He leaned in and lowered his voice as if sharing a secret. But we're all still fighters. I heard some gnarly stuff happens on the DL. Interesting. Maybe this place wasn't all tea and biscuits after all. Jonas flashed a sly grin and continued. Plus, there are other rumors about this resort. You know, if you book a massage, you never know what you'll get, you know what I'm saying? Jonas stroked his beard, letting the silence linger. Ever heard of the Banshee? It's a freaky creature with sharp blades of wind that can, slice people up. A creature said to live in the woods, the Banshee. It was a local folk tale around these parts. It lurks in the woods with its long, scythe-like nails. Man, the wind's getting going tonight. Perfect Banshee weather. Oh no, sorry, that was him. It's tough to tell sometimes. Jonas said as if he was telling a ghost story. I gulped. Have you come here to film it? I asked. He shook his head. Nah, I'm just here to vibe like everyone else. Hey, if I catch something cool, I got my camera. Please, let's keep the filming to a minimum. William interrupted, his tone firm as he appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Haha, right. Jonas replied, scratching his head awkwardly. Conversation shifted to getting drinks, but I stood up alone, quietly excusing myself. To be honest, I haven't found the urge to take a leak. The bathroom was just down the stairs. The Banshee, huh? Sounded ridiculous, but in a place like this with the storm raging outside, I'm not sure I'd be so surprised if something really did pop out. As I was taking care of business, a chill ran down my spine, and that's when I heard something. What? A scream so haunting it seemed to come from another world. What was that? I panicked and burst out of the bathroom. I wasn't sure, but I had a feeling it came from the game room. Are they playing Final Fight? As I nervously made my way down the hallway, a shadow suddenly appeared in front of me. Whoa, I gasped in shock. It was Bobby. He was panting heavily, clearly flustered. Bobby, I heard a scream. He responded quickly before I could say anything else. Yeah, I heard it too from the billiard room, I think. Bobby's finger pointed at the far end of the game room. What was that just now? Did you hear it too? Or William? It's William. Frick, I hate how they do the characters, not names appearing. William appeared rushing over. Bobby's voice rose as if to will William to move faster. Perfect timing, William. Do you have the key? Key? Key to the billiard room. For some reason the billiard room was locked and William was one responsible for holding the resort's keys. Bobby was apparently aware of this. In fact, he had just been going to find William to get the key. Are you sure you heard the scream from in there? William asked, stopping in front of the door. Bobby nodded in response. I could see the lights flickering inside through the frosted glass window. I'm opening the door now. William pulled a set of keys from his apron pocket. He released the lock with a small metallic click. After a brief pause, he turned the doorknob. We stepped through the door, carefully and with hesitation. The flickering light made it difficult to get a clear sense of what was inside. The room looked normal, with the large billiard table standing in the center. I swear if it gets up and starts fighting us. Like the table. I'm talking about the table. We nervously huddled together and walked around it. And there, behind the table, we saw it. Why he doing a yoga pose? I couldn't tell if the pitiful scream had come from me, Bobby, or William. It was likely that all three of us had yelped. What we saw was beyond words, an unspeakable sight, a dead body. He's literally doing a Dawson pose. The man's body lay twisted on the floor unnaturally. His face was turned behind his back, his white eyes staring blankly into the void. Every part of his body was contorted like a rag that had been wrung out. It looked as if the blood-curdling scream we had heard had been wrung out of him by force. "It's John," William muttered in a trembling voice. Bobby, his face drained to color, shook his head silently. We couldn't bring ourselves to look any longer and slowly stepped away from the body. After a long pause, William finally spoke. "Let's leave him as he is for now." Not contaminating the scene seemed to be William's priority. We shouldn't touch anything or leave fingerprints behind. "What about the back door?" I pointed to it and asked. It was left wide open, battered by the wind, rattling violently. Evidence could be lost if we didn't do something. "Yes, let's close it," William said, and I shut the door. I grabbed the knob using the hem of my shirt and locked it with a twist. We left the room and locked the inner door behind us. Now, no one could enter the billiard room. "Should we call the police?" Bobby muttered in a hoarse voice, and William responded, "Yes, let's go upstairs and call them from the reception." We returned to the first floor, and William gathered all the guests in the lounge. He tells them something happened, but to stay calm. He then walked over and grabbed the phone at the reception desk. "What in tarnation? Hell is what's going on?" Questions came pouring in as I gestured with my hands, signaling to calm everyone down. After taking a deep breath, I spoke. "Someone has died." "Died? What? Oh no!" Everyone reacted in shock. Bobby, usually so confident, was trembling, and the tremor in my own voice made it clear that it was no joke. I spoke slowly, recounting what we had seen. The person who died was likely John. The inner door to the billiard room had been locked. The back door leading outside had been left wide open. "Are you saying it was murder?" Jonas asked, sounding serious. "Could you have been mistaken?" Colleen inquired. She spoke as if she was trying to will that to be the case. I shook my head. I recalled the unnaturally twisted body, his neck twisted around to the back, his empty white eyes staring vacantly. The entire body was twisted like a rag, as if someone had gripped a doll and wrung it with all their strength. A hush settled over everyone. Each person struggled to comprehend the situation. "It's no use," William's voice shattered the silence. "The phone lines are down. The storm must have knocked them out," he muttered, shaking his head with a grim expression. "Y'all can try use my cell phone." Chase stood up and offered his cell phone to William. Clouded with concern, Chase's face dropped. "What? No signal?" "That's right," William said with a sigh. "We've intentionally made it. Sure, cell phones don't get service up here to help everyone disconnect and relax." We could drive to a spot with a signal," Jonas suggested. "No, the roads are likely frozen solid," William said bitterly. "If we got into an accident, we'd be stranded." The storm was strengthening by the minute. The surroundings of the resort had disappeared into darkness, and the blinding snowstorm obscured any view. Venturing outside recklessly didn't seem like a wise choice. The cuckoo clock on the wall cheerfully chimed 9 times. It was already 9 p.m. "Someone will die at midnight?" Someone muttered quietly. I froze. Without thinking, I pulled out the note I'd absentmindedly put in my pocket. Could it have something to do with John's death? "It's not even midnight yet. Does this mean the killer jumped the gun?" Molly said, the bespectacled girl on the verge of tears. "This is awful. A murder. Where did they go?" Abby's voice pitched with panic as she spoke. Unease began to spread through the room. "I can't take this anymore," Debbie shrieked, her voice shrill and desperate. "What is even happening? I want to go home." "Calm down, Debbie," Tiffany tried to soothe her. but even her typically composed demeanor could mask the worry in her eyes. That's right, let's all calm down. A quiet voice suddenly spoke, interrupting the chaos. It was Grace. She looked around at everyone and continued. Even if the note is a threat, the killer may have deliberately written the wrong time to distract us. There's no point in dwelling on it. She was as calm and steady as ever. The most important thing is understanding the killer's motive. If John was the target, then the murderer has probably already escaped. She had a point. Why would the killer stay near the crime scene? What we need to consider is the worst-case scenario. Grace paused and looked around at everyone again. What do you mean worst-case scenario? Chase asked. Grace took a deep breath and replied, that someone else here is the next target. A murmur spread throughout the group. I picked up where Grace left off. If they are targeting someone else, then the killer might be hiding nearby. Exactly. If I were the killer, that's what I'd do, Grace said, nodding. Someone else? Ah! Debbie screamed again. Nothing's for certain. We're all just considering possibilities here, William said calmly, taking charge of the conversation. Now let's check all the doors and windows. Good thinking. Alrighty, folks, follow me. Chase took charge, showing off his leadership expertise. This is what a leader's supposed to do, he said, flashing a smug grin at the girls. Considering the situation, I decided that I should help out. Let's start from the second floor, William suggested. We gathered in front of the stairs. William, Chase, Bobby, Jonas, and me. 5 of us in total. Be careful, Grace said quietly, waving her hand to send us off. We nodded and began climbing the stairs. We started checking all the guest rooms. We opened every door and inspected each one inside. The rooms appeared in order and the windows were locked. The showers were all clear too. We got a public bath here. There was a small ventilation window in the hallway, but it was far too narrow for someone to fit through. But a hamster, on the other hand. Ain't nobody here, Chase muttered, a hint of relief in his voice. Yeah, seems like it, I answered. A silent understanding passed between us. All of a sudden, a noise came from inside one of the rooms. What was that? Chase stuttered. Came from the storage room. Bobby pointed to the end of the hallway. There was a single door. That's where we keep cleaning supplies and things. There's enough space for a person to hide, William explained in a low voice. The storage room was slightly ajar. We held our breath and silently surrounded it. One of us had to open the door to check inside, but who would it be? We exchanged glances. Our eyes all turned to one person. Me? Chase whispered, his voice barely audible. Well, you are the leader. The rest of us nodded in unison. It looked like the leader was going to have to lead. Oh, dang nabbit. Chase gathered his resolve and grabbed the knob, and slowly opened it. Suddenly, a tiny figure shot out. Oh, it's a cat. Why is there a right? That's the see-through, because he's see-through. I'm like, why is there an arrow on him? But no, that's a see-through sign. Chase yelped as he stumbled and fell on his backside. The figure zipped past him and dashed down the hallway. A cat? William breathed, his voice laced with relief. Oh, it's Ruby. What was she doing in there? Appeared to be one of the resort's resident cats. That was everything on the second floor, including the storage room, confirmed safe. We headed back down to the first floor. For a moment, I was startled by a scream I heard from the lounge area, but it turned out it was nothing to worry about. Ruby had rushed down to the first floor, earning a squeal of glee from Tiffany when she spotted her. Oh my gosh, a kitty! At this point, any distraction was a good one. We continued to check on the first floor. Reception, the staff room, dining hall, the kitchen, and finally the batch rooms. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, and every window was securely locked. At last we made our way toward the game room. We carefully searched the gaps between the arcade machines. The only room left to search was the billiard room. We came to a stop in front of the door. The thought of facing the corpse again weighed heavily. William and Bobby's faces were just as tense. Yo, there's a body in there, right? Jonas's voice quivered, yet his eyes lit up with excitement. But no, dude! A camera had somehow appeared in his hands as if he was planning to capture the moment. Now wait just a moment. William shot a sharp glance at the camera. I hope you don't intend to use that. Of course not. Jonas quickly hid the camera behind his back. I'm just having a peek. No, we better not. William shook his head. We checked everything in there after we found the body earlier. No one was around, and we locked the back door. He was right. The billiard room should be completely secure. It was best to not interfere and preserve the scene. We explained our logic to Jonas and returned to the lounge. There was no sign of anything unusual within the resort. Hearing this, a sense of relief washed over everyone. As long as the front door was locked, no one would be able to get inside, unless they broke through a window. All we had to do was stay vigilant through the night, keep an eye on the weather, and head out tomorrow. We could then contact the police, and everything would be fine. These thoughts cascaded through my mind like a waterfall, until a single thought became trapped in the current. Could the perpetrator really have escaped outside? Honestly, John's killer could be any one of us. This possibility shouldn't be ruled out. I took a deep breath and spoke up. The killer could be any one of us. A sudden shift in the air left everyone uneasy. It was something they all had vaguely sensed but hadn't dared to consider. I took the first leap into the unknown. There's someone here who doesn't have an alibi. A wave of excitement surged through me. Grace had said we each had a role to play here, and this might very well be mine. I was the detective, the one who could solve it all. With all eyes fixed on me, I continued. That person is... me! Grace! Bobby! Jonas! It's too early to say for sure. Me! Where's this going? I raised both my hands and gestured to myself. I was alone when the scream echoed through the resort. I pretended to head to the bathroom, slip out the window, and made my way to the crime scene through the back door. There, I killed John and slipped back into the same window. That's how a master criminal orchestrates a crime. Of course, this is nothing more than a deduction based on logic, I said, my smile tight as I continued. But the one who's truly suspicious is... Wait! Still me! I raised both my hands in the air. I was the one who did it! The narrator turned detective committing the crime. What an astonishing twist! Ha! I couldn't help but laugh at my own wit. But as I laughed, there was a sudden snap. The sound of something breaking. Quit joking around! Folks are already jumping enough! It was Chase. His eyes were bloodshot and veins bulged on his forehead. That snap was the last piece of his patience. Takes a downright fool to get me all riled up, and I'm all about done with your nonsense. Then everyone charged at me with force. Wait! Oh my god! Wrench counter twice. I can't believe I countered twice. This is insane. And even us being like this makes us look like a detective. Oh my god, we get to fight everyone! You have reversals. Ow. It's moments like this that remind me that, yes, this is Street Fighter. This is so stupid. Dude, I love this. Are we really fighting everyone? No, not William. Chef's apron. Do a big combo. This looks so silly. We even have a different voice. Okay. Just seeing them moving around normally is very strange. Oh my god, is Jonas meant to be Rashid? Because he has a beard. That'd be interesting. If it's just Rashid, actually. Right? Like, if William is Guile, and this is Rashid. Let's see. Let's look at some of the others. Abby? Abby is Kimberly? Maybe? I could see that. We're the only one with actual shoes, I'm just realizing.
Don't blink.
Nice kick there. Okay. So I'm sure you were meant to, like, slowly learn over time. Debbie is clearly a Honda or someone related to Honda, right? Be mad funny if Honda was just like, yeah, by the way, I wanted to be a cute girl. Like, I get it, dude. So that doesn't block low? Interesting. Okay. Let's see here. Tiffany is Cammy. We need to use armor, which we're not doing because you're not attacking me. There's one. There we go. Use the armor there to get a free fan. This is a good way to get items, I guess, because we're gonna battle a bunch of characters. Oh my god, there's so many. Molly is Chun-Li. Okay, with a super art. If that worked, that would have been so much cooler. Great. It's so weird playing as someone with proportions. Ooh, that goes through that. Okay. Wow, you're actually blocking a lot, huh? Wow. There we go. Alright, you're annoying. Let's see here. Is Grace even gonna attack us? Amber? Amber, who are you? What style are you? You're just a regular person. Okay, just smack you out. Sounds good. Grace is JP? Okay, didn't expect that. Oh, good hit. Oh, okay. That goes to that. There we go. You can do that pretty fast, too, actually. Oh my god, we're literally fighting everyone. Okay, so there are multiple people using the same styles, which makes me think that maybe these are not the Street Fighter cast. And are could be multiple characters, or I could see some of them being like, I was pretty sure Grace was gonna be Viper, but at this point maybe not. Right, these are just a lot of created characters then. I'm sure there's gonna be at least one who is a real character. Oh my god, there's so many. Ruby? Ruby, you're big. Ruby's the cat. I was like, who the frick is Ruby? That's very funny. That's really funny. There we go. Got some extra cat stuff for fun. I emerged victorious despite the odds stacked against me. We even killed the cat. Gasping for breath, I looked down at the group laying motionless on the floor. If the perpetrator was among them, they certainly won't be striking again. The case was solved. A laugh trickled from my throat. Sheer strength. In the end, that's what solves everything. Even Sherlock Holmes had a fair bit of muscle to him. This was the way it was meant to be. As I basked in my triumph, a voice suddenly called out. Yoga! Someone suddenly appeared in midair and lunged at me. Oh, I'm kind of hurting. Level 100? Oh, good heavens! Okay. Level 100? Okay, I think that's a forced loss. Oh, yeah. I was knocked to the ground before I could even grasp what was happening. The searing pain blurred my vision. Yoga! The voice called out again and the being vanished. Who was that? Like I'd seen them before. Before I remember, my consciousness slipped away. Yoga to the head. Was that a boot to the head reference? Like from... Oh my god, there's no way. They know. They know. Okay, so yeah, we jumped way ahead, huh? We got 3 endings so far. Okay. You know what? I know on the, because I saw it while I was looking for stuff. I'm going to open up Steam. Because I want to check the ending list to make sure we can get them all. Right? Because I do know that on... someone made a guide to getting every ending there. Which will be quite helpful for making sure that we can actually get all 15 endings there. Go to guides. Where's the guides option? Steam is so annoying to get around. Where do we go? Browse recommendations. Where's the user guide stuff? Where is it? How do I... Because I don't own the game on there. Find community groups? No. Update history? Maybe that'll then bring it to the top options there. No. Recent updates. News hub. Where am I looking for here? I want... Is it community groups? Maybe? Street Fighter... No, that's a different thing. I hate browsing on Steam stuff. It's such a confusing thing. Recent announcements... Okay, I'm looking for like the guides section, language breakdown, user reviews. Oh, community hub. There we go. I hate looking on Steam. Okay, so then guides. We want to go all endings right there. It's at the top there. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so it recommends just doing the regular route, and then there's okay, I see the guide here. Okay, there are 15 with some only accessible after other endings. So it says to go down the main route instead. Okay, for the true ending, the first 2 choices don't matter, but if you've done other ones, you might get other endings. Okay, all future ones are important. Okay, let's just see here. Decline Buchanan's offer. Yeah, the one who we need to raise the doubts on is, I mean, I shouldn't have looked this up, but the one we do want to raise doubts on is Jonas, because he is the sign of someone who we don't know about, right? Right, so yeah, we'll do that there. Yeah, we don't know where he was, and he could be making content. Somebody who doesn't have an alibi. Right, that person is... Jonas. Jonas! Thinking about it, Jonas showing up late was suspicious. He looked at me with a strange smile. Yo, when we heard that scream, I was right here, just saying. That may be true, but he was right. There was a hole in his story. I told him. But, you're wearing a disguise. Yeah, we have the timeline all wrong. We have the timeline all wrong. The scream was not necessarily at the time of the actual crime. It's entirely possible that John was killed before the scream was heard. The scream actually came from... the cat. Oh my god, we can actually do this? This is insane. The scream was unreal, like it came from another dimension. We assumed it was John's final cry, especially since we found the body right after. But there was another possibility. I remember the cat that darted out of the storage room. The cry it let out made us all jump. Could the scream have come from something else? Of course, anyone would know a cat when they heard one. But what if, with no warning, a cry suddenly echoed through the air? I directed my suspicions at the cat. That scream could have actually been you? Cat remained silent for a while, grooming himself, but eventually looked up and spoke? I suppose that about sums it up. Hold up a second. It talks? No way, too cute. Cat's unexpected speech caused a stir, but as we listened further, we realized the cat was, in fact, just another guest like the rest of us. When I was out for a walk, I noticed the back door was open, so I decided to go in. That's when I saw the body. It yelped out in shock and then ran outside, climbing to the roof, then returned to the second floor through a vent. Ain't that something? You were the first to find him, Chase interjected. I was guessing, guys. What the frick? The first to find a crime scene is often suspected being involved, but surely a cat couldn't kill someone. If we think about it logically, it seemed John must have been killed before the scream was heard. The crime went down before the scream. Cool, but that doesn't mean I did it. Oh wait, that's you, Jonas said with a sarcastic smile. That's true. If the time of the crime is unclear, then everyone becomes a suspect. Very well. William, who had been unusually silent, raised his voice as if he had made up his mind. Let's check around the outside of the resort. A whisper spread through the group. William continued in a calm tone. Quickly checking the surroundings should give us some reassurance there's nothing to worry about, yes? Count me in, Bobby stepped forward. The same group as before. I knew I should go too. Jonas stood up, presumably thinking the same thing. Chase didn't move. I reckon I'll stay here and look after the ladies. He was likely feeling the sting of embarrassment of having screamed at nothing but a little cat. We set off as a group of 4. At Jonas's suggestion, we split into 2 groups to circle the mansion from opposite sides. This way we could surround anyone that we came across. We'll meet back around. Agreeing with William, I started walking alongside Bobby. We circled the outer wall, going left as the wind and snow blustered around us. William and Jonas moved in the opposite direction. Despite the darkness, lights were scattered across the area, faintly illuminating our surroundings. At the half point, I turned my gaze to the forest. Who could possibly stay out here in conditions like this? It seemed unthinkable. Just as that thought had crossed my mind, a scream cut through the air. Bobby and I looked at each other in worry. We ran toward the back of the mansion. I hurried forward, glancing around, but the snow pelting stung my face, making it hard to see. As I turned the corner, a figure suddenly appeared. I didn't have any time to react. The figure lunged forward. What is it? Question marks, but he's level 15, and he has a chef's apron. I mean, we know who this is because of the items, right? All right, buddy. All right. In the heat of the moment, I somehow took my opponent down. I knelt down, unable to believe my eyes. William! The figure that had lunged at me, it was him. Groaning. William spoke in broken sentences. He explained that he had been suddenly hit from behind during his patrol. And right after that, I ran into you. He had mistaken me for the one who had attacked him. It was simply the result of poor visibility. Was the one who hit you the murderer? Was it Jonas? Bobby asked, nearly frozen with surprise. Where is he now? The storm grew fiercer, cloaking everything in an icy veil. Jonas, you out there? Bobby's scream echoed into the void, his voice a desperate plea, but the wilderness swallowed it whole. William fainted, but an only silence remained. Jonas's absence was unsettling, but considering the situation, looking for him would be futile. We should get him to safety, I said, and Bobby nodded in agreement. Together we lifted his limp body and made our way back to the entrance. Jonas went after William, and then Max just knocked him out clean? What in tarnation's going on here? I saw I and thought it was us speaking. I laid William down in the staff room and went back to the lounge only to find Chase waiting there, eager to approach me. We're not entirely sure. Jonas may have been the one who hit William, and then because of that, we ended up fighting by accident when we ran into each other. I mumbled, struggling to explain. This ain't making a lick of sense. Chase's expression remained unclear, his confusion evident. The others in the lounge were looking uneasy, too. I didn't blame them. A lot had happened. As Bobby and I kept explaining, Everyone began to piece together what had actually happened. So you're saying Jonas did it? I shook my head to indicate my lack of confidence. Jonas did attack William, then there must be some kind of reason why. It wasn't clear if this was all connected to John's murder. Either way, Jonas had seemingly vanished into thin air. There was nothing more I could add. So did you figure out anything else? Grace inquired. She was expecting me to evolve in my role as detective. I tried to think hard, and wanting to meet her expectations. Now that you mention it, we found the Banshee. That freaky thing Jonas was talking about? Chase asked as I nodded in response, turning to face everyone. A strange creature that slashes with blades of wind. I now knew the creature's true identity. The Banshee is... Well, it's Jonas, because he fights with wind. Jonas! That's right, Jonas was the Banshee. He revealed his true form, attacked William, then disappeared into the night, carried away by the wind. It's the only explanation. Bobby tilted his head in confusion. But William didn't have any actual slash wounds. Huh? He was right. I quickly added something to cover myself. He must have decided to punch him instead. Tried to come up with an excuse. An awkward silence filled the room. All of a sudden, oh my god, another? Another scream echoed through the air. Huh? What the? No way. Everyone erupted into a flurry of confusion. Tension was etched on every face. The scream had come from downstairs. A sinking feeling told me it came from the billiard room once again. Let's go check it out, I said to no one in particular, then took off briskly. Bobby and Chase followed close behind. We stopped in front of the billiard room. Up until now, there had been no sign of anything unusual. Not here again. Felt a sense of deja vu from the flickering lights through the frosted glass as I reached for the door handle. And then I noticed. Where's the key? Of course William has it, Bobby responded. Should I go get it? No, ain't got time for that. Chase's voice was sharp. He was right, we couldn't spare a second. It's just a dang wooden door, break it down! Chase exclaimed. Bobby kicked the area near the handle with all his strength. The hinge of the door whined as the lock snapped. The door swung open. We charged into the billiard room. At first glance, everything seemed unchanged. There were no signs that anyone was hiding inside. But to me, there was something different. It was the smell. The overwhelming scent of something burnt. What is that smell? With a growing sense of unease, I circled around the billiard table in the center of the room. I didn't want to see the twisted, grotesque corpse again. I couldn't just leave it be. Sure enough, there it was. Ugh. The stench of burnt flesh wafted into the air. The body was severely charred, burnt beyond recognition. What the? Bobby recoiled at the sight of the body, covering his nose. The corpse, twisted in agony as it had collapsed in pain, was still smoldering. The nightmare sight nearly made me gag, the bile rising in my throat as I struggled to hold it back. What the hell's going on? Chase asked. He turned away to avoid looking directly at the body. I knew how he felt. I too wanted nothing more than to look away. I think that that's going to be Jonas, and that they switched the bodies out, and that John was never dead. Well, culprit ain't here, let's head on back. Chase's voice sliced through the tension, and Bobby, his face drained to color, nodded quickly. Yeah, let's get out of here, this is beyond us. Bobby whispered as he turned sharply and made for the door. As for me, I hurried and fell behind them. I forced down my disgust and stepped closer. We should look at the body. Forced down my disgust and stepped closer to the body. I crouched down to examine the body further. It had clearly been exposed to intense heat, the entire body charred beyond recognition, but the body was no longer contorted. How? Something was lying beneath the arm. Is it the camera? I gently pushed it aside to get a better look, but the burned skin crumbled off with a nauseating crack. Ugh. The repulsiveness of the feeling nearly made me cry out. I bit my tongue and picked up the object. Is this a keyring? Wait, is this William? Looked familiar. That's right, it resembled the one William always carried. Why is it here? Second scream, a burned body, a keyring. For so much I didn't understand, but the sight of a body in my peripheral vision had my thoughts scattered. I turned away and decided to head back to the others. The lounge was silent. Too many terrible things had happened that night. Everyone was at a loss for what to do. Shall I get the tea brewing? Colleen stood up, her expression kind. Good idea, I'll help, Abby chimed in. How many want a cup? Abby looked around the room, counting on her fingers. Colleen, Abby, the 3 girls, the Buchanans, Bobby, Grace, and myself. 10 people in total. If you exclude William, who was resting in the staff room. Oh, we'll see. Everyone was here. I don't like hot things, so no tea for me, Ruby the cat said. A faint chuckle passed through the group. Well then, 10 cups, excluding the cat. Abby and Colleen headed off together toward the kitchen. What a night it had been. The screams, the twisted corpse, the banshee. If I were a better detective, maybe I could piece together the puzzle and find the answer, but I had no idea. Eventually, Colleen and Abby returned and gave out the tea. The fragrant aroma from the cup seemed to ease our nerves. This is beyond us now. I recalled the words Bobby said earlier. I agreed. What was happening here was beyond our control. Everyone returned to their rooms, locked their doors, and waited for morning. It was the safest thing to do. I'm not sure who came up with the idea, but we all agreed it was the best course of action. What is going on in our bed? Oh, that's us. I returned to my room, pulled the sheets over my head, and laid down on the bed. I was completely drained. As midnight drew near, I thought I heard a knock, but I stayed in bed, not moving an inch. I was done with mysteries. No more. I gave up and drifted off to sleep. If only it were a dream. That's another end, okay. So what did we do wrong for that one? What happened wrong with that one? Was it because I picked the wrong options? Let me see here. Again, I have the true guide. If you've made any mistakes, you'll end up getting one of the additional endings here. Okay. Alright, in that case, let's go back. Let's go to, so if we picked any of the wrong ones, I assume it was, oh my god, the culprit is among us. Which one did we need to do then? Okay, you'll be attacked by a mysterious assailant. Be sure to defeat them. You'll be questioned. Suggest the identity of the Banshee. Okay, let's just see here. Really? Okay, so they actually don't list a lot of the stuff to do this here. Wow, they actually don't give the answers for this, which is surprising. Okay, well, then in that case, let's just see here. Jumping at shadows. Where was this? Is this when we went outside? Okay, no. Let's just see here. Okay. Saying Jonas did it. Okay. The Banshee is ectoplasm? That's right. As you know, many of the world's strange phenomena are caused by ectoplasm. The Banshee's no different. No one challenged my statement. That meant they accepted it. The truth is out of this world. Puffed on my chest, feeling triumphant. So then is the Banshee William, actually? Okay, so then this is the same. Let's see here. So there's no way to skip, right? No. Okay. We're gonna go check it out. All right. I think the best thing to do is for me to just do this quickly to see. You know, I'll get back when we get new content. Alright, so it has to be William then, because the other thing didn't lead to anything. During our fight, William used techniques involving blades of wind. Oh, did he? I didn't even realize. I recalled our battle. Yes, it made so much sense. William must have fought someone here before. And from those stories, rumors of the Banshees spread. Come to think of it, when Jonas mentioned the Banshee, William quickly steered the conversation another way. He was worried about his true identity being uncovered. Could be, I reckon, Chase nodded. The others in the lounge seemed slightly impressed by my revelation. Let's see if this is different. All of a sudden, is this going to lead to something different? Another scream? What the? No way. Everyone erupted in fury of conclusion. This came from downstairs. Singing feeling told me it was coming from the billiard room once again. Let's go check it out. Wait, is this the same? Did we screw up again? Oh, wait, Bobby and me and... okay, no, we're going. Okay. Bobby and Chase followed me. We stopped in front of the billiard room. Up until now, there had been no sign of anything unusual. Not here again. I felt a sense of deja vu. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, this... okay, wait. Let's just see here. I gotta get through this first, okay? And then we go check it out. I forgot. Okay, no, we definitely gotta look at this. Oh, okay, you know, we got something different. Okay. I recall the key ring I found in the billiard room. I should check with William about this. I still made my way toward the staff room. As expected, William was still out of it. William? His eyes fluttered open at this, slightly at the sound of my voice. Okay, no, so he is alive. Yes? I asked him about the key ring, and he confirmed that it was indeed his, and that he had it while we were outside. Is it possible your attacker took it? William nodded, still in pain. That was all I needed to know. I thanked him and left the room. Still playing detective and poking around, huh? Chase gave me a sarcastic look when I returned. Yeah, I guess so. I didn't want to sound arrogant, but I figured sharing what I had uncovered might help ease everyone's worries. I stepped in front of everyone and spoke up. I think I'm onto something. Once I had their attention, I continued. The charred body in the billiard room. It was burnt to a crisp. It was a different body than before. The culprit burned it to destroy evidence. I think it was a different body than before. Right? At the very least, I don't think that was John's body. Two reasons ran through my mind. The body wasn't twisted in the same way, and the keyring was found underneath it. That led me to believe that the burned body belonged to someone who'd been killed after William had already lost the keys. If Jonas was the one who took the keys, then there's a good chance the body was his too. Jonas was the one so interested in seeing the body. He stole William's keys, entered the billiard room from the back, and was set aflame. With yoga fire! A plausible series of events. Assuming Jonas was the one who got roasted. Chase tilted his head. And who the hell did it? Don't tell me you're fixing to blame it on the Banshee or something. That was a fair point indeed, I responded. The one who burned the victim was, I think it was... no one. What? No, no one. Not one of those. No one? Are you suggesting Jonas did that to himself? Chase asked, looking doubtful. I can't rule that possibility out. What if Jonas was the one who killed John and he just couldn't live with what he'd done? Reasonable explanation if I say so myself. Chase quickly lashed back with a question. Then why'd he go through all the trouble of stealing the keys and returning to the billiard room just to kick the bucket? Maybe he wanted to die close to John? Why would he go and do that? Maybe they had a long, complicated relationship. I already knew. My reasoning was taking a dive. Maybe I wasn't meant to be a detective after all. Did we get a bad end for that? Oh, this is getting tea and then we go back to bed. This is beyond us now. Okay, so we got a bad ending by doing this, huh? Okay. Done with mysteries, go to sleep. Okay. Well, at least we got further. So wait, is it meant... wait, is the actual answer electroplasm? Because, sure, I guess? Banshee route, downtown route. Wait, downtown route? What? Oh, wait. Oh, this is this. Okay, wait. I didn't know that was going to be that. Banshee route? What's this one? So, this is this one here. Okay. So those are the secret routes then. Simple deduction. All right. We sort of knew what we were doing, and then we didn't. Okay. So let's go with, I think I'm onto something. So I still think it was a different body. Yep. Okay. Plausible series of events. Okay, is it ectoplasm? Electoplasm! Most of the mysteries can be explained by electroplasm. Chase shot me a frustrated look. What about John getting twisted up and the body disappearing? It was all electoplasm! Or ectoplasm. Why am I saying electro? Ectoplasm. Chase was speechless. Ectoplasm is the reason for everything. Game, set, match. But the truth is I was just looking for a way out. I didn't solve a thing. That's funny, though. So is that not the answer? I wonder. Okay, simple deduction. Because I thought it was not him, but let's just see here. Okay. Alright, let's see here. I still think it's a different body. So, and then... Is it the Banshee? Banshee! Please recall the Banshee. You're sure to say William can manipulate wind. Are you telling me there's someone out there slinging fire? I nodded. Entirely possible. All sorts of fighters gather here. I wouldn't be surprised if someone had an ability like that. Maybe Jonas came here hoping to see it for himself. I ain't got any flashy moves like that, but all I can do is whistle and get my boys to roll in. Okay, no, you're absolutely damned. Oh my god, you're damned, Chase said with a shrug. My eyes swept the room. Was there anyone here who had such an ability? Before I knew it, Abby and Colleen had returned. The tea was served. I assumed my quiet survey, studying each guest in turn as they quietly sipped from their cups. 4 of them were on the sofas, and 4 of them on the opposite to them. 2 others, each seated in their own lounge chair, enveloped in the warm, subtly spicy aroma of the tea. Everyone's... Oh, was that meant to be to remind you of the spicy, putting in cinnamon? Everyone's faces softened, their tension easing. It was at that moment that I realized something. I don't have a cup for myself. The number of cups was supposed to be perfect. Oh. Oh my god, John, he's right there. The number of cups was supposed to be perfect. He's right there. There's 10 cups of tea and none for me, which can only mean one thing. There were 11 of us! I shouted at the top of my lungs. I felt my pulse quicken, but I didn't look away. One by one, I met their eyes and pointed at them. The one who did it all. It was... Okay, I mean, he's right there. Abby, William, John. It was John. He's right here. John! Oh, we're doing the Igari. Huh? They stare, gasping in shock as I pointed across the room. No way, this can't be real. Who is that? Their voices multiplied into an uproar. There he was, the 11th person. As if nothing had happened, he sat there in silence. Beyond all belief, it was John. Where did you come from? Or where did you come from? Chase said in disbelief. After taking a slow, deliberate sip of his spiced milk tea, John responded, It's simple. He then placed his cup on the table and shouted sharply, Yoga teleport! He vanished right before our eyes. Oh, this is so funny! And suddenly materialized across the room by the wall. The room buzzed with chaos. Everyone was in a near panic. John sat in a meditative pose. Without warning, he floated in the air, maintaining his posture. I am a yoga master. Mastering yoga allows me to do things like this. Yoga! John's arms and legs extended outward like rubber, and a burst of flame came from his mouth. I couldn't believe my eyes. I slowly approached him. Your body was twisted that way because, without hesitation, John contorted his body unnaturally. Just some simple stretching and meditation. He answered calmly, his neck rotating 360 degrees. I pulled the piece of paper from my pocket. Was this your doing too? Tonight at midnight, D. He gazed at the note, nodded slowly, as if understanding its deeper meaning. Oh, you are Dalsim! My true name is Dalsim, he explained. Through the ink had smudged. The message was simple. Tonight at midnight, Dalsim. It had been a note addressed to Jonas. I had made a vow to face this man in battle, but I arrived early, so I left a note telling him to meet me at midnight. Given his ability to stretch his limbs, placing the note on the window was no trouble at all. What we didn't know was that Jonas had requested a change of rooms, so the girls ended up discovering the note instead. Jonas had come likely with the intention of filming his fight with John, so that's gonna be friggin'... Jonas is absolutely Rashid then. When he heard John was dead, a wave of panic completely consumed him. If anyone uncovered their connection, things get messy if the police started asking questions. So he stole the key from William, hoping to check the body. Oh my god. And he entered the billiard room through the back door. So that's when Jonas ran into you alive and well. That's right, John said, bringing his palms together in front of himself. He must have attacked me while I was meditating. I opened my eyes, saw him, and scorched him with my yoga fire. Jonas had approached him thinking it was a dead body, but instead found himself in a fight. It was likely that he was caught off guard. But that's irrelevant. Jonas had come to the resort ready for a fight. He had no right to complain. Still, a mysterious message stuck to the second-floor window. The twisted, lifeless body. The different bodies in the locked billiard room. All these mysteries were because of a yoga master. Twisting his body at will, stretching his arms, breathing fire, and even teleporting. It was complete madness. I couldn't comprehend it at all. Emotions churned within me, tangled and without direction. This kind of ending, it isn't right. This isn't a mystery at all. It was time to settle this. I charged at John with all my might. I knew John Jones. I knew at least one of them was going to be, like one of the actual, like, Street Fighter characters. I don't know if I expected it to be him, though. Especially because they're given, like, kind of weird voices, too. Dang it. Can I get my meter back? Let's see here. I have one that refills Super Art meter. Okay, here we go. Let's do this here. I want that trilby. There we go. Give me your silly cap. I won. It wasn't about unraveling a mystery, it was about fighting. And I wasn't a detective at all, I was a fighter. Therefore, maybe this was for the best. Because this is... the Banshee and Street Fighter's last cry. Finis. Oh my god. Well, okay. Let's try and get some of these silly alternate endings then. So let's see here. Yeah, Finis is the main route. So in, let's see here. In Chapter 13, suggest yourself the murderer, lead to everyone fighting you, defeat them to get a level 100. Oh, the ending is the same either way. You don't need to beat them. Chapter 13, accuse Bobby. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Chapter 13, we need to accuse Bobby. Okay, we're going to go with someone who doesn't have an alibi. Here's Bobby! Okay. Accuse Bobby, and there's one for defeat him or get defeated. Bobby's the one that stood out to me. Bobby emerged from the game room just after the scream. He claimed he was going to fetch the key. We can believe that. He also helped around the resort. He likely had ample chances to make a spare key if he desired to. We assume he had a spare key. Bobby could have locked the door after the crime, then pretended to get the real key, which is when I crossed paths with him. Something like that. Afterward, he could have discarded the spare key somewhere, or he could still be carrying it. Are you accusing me without any evidence? Bobby glared at me, his voice dripping with menace. If I search you and find a spare key, I'll make you eat those words. If you want some, come get some. All right. So we'll need to do this twice. One to win, one to lose. First off, Bobby. Okay. Beat me up a little bit so I can lose some HP. Big kick. Okay. Easy. Bobby was a tough opponent, but I somehow managed to take him down. His strength was no match for my brains. Now that's strange, no spare key. William mumbled as he searched Bobby. Must have disposed of it somewhere. William gave me a puzzled look. Are you sure he's the culprit? Huh? Well, possibility that he was the culprit wasn't exactly zero. But then again, there was no evidence to prove it. But maybe? I said, scratching my head. An unbearable silence filled the room. Did I do something wrong? I had. I just beat up someone who was innocent. The group's gaze pierced through me like sharp daggers. The case remained unsolved. Outside the resort, there was no sign of the storm ending. It felt like night would stretch on forever. A long, hard night. All right. Let's do this here. Let's go to do that again. So we need to go chapter 13, and this time we need to lose, which thankfully we have items that can make it easier to die with. Okay. We're going to do this with Bobby. Okay. Bobby. Interesting, there isn't seemingly one for Grace. I think that one might be a actually no situation, right? Okay. So, I'm going to pop a... Ooh, the special move for leather gloves. Oh, there's new items and stuff, too. Kill me. Kill me. There we go. Give up? I guess so. Oh yeah, there we go. I was punched, kicked, and thrown to the floor. I was so beaten up I couldn't move at all. Where did I go wrong? That was the last thing on my mind before everything faded to black. Just a prank, man. Just a prank. All right. Next one, chapter 14, be beaten by the mysterious boom-throwing assailant. Okay. We need to be beaten by him. Okay, let's do this. Get on through. The next one is the most likely to get if you get things wrong one, so we can get that on our own for sure. Okay. So. Okay, beat us up. How much HP do we have? We have a lot of HP again. Okay, so let's go with... Okay, just beat me up. I'll just continue to hold forward. Actually, wait, can I lower my stats too? Let's do that there. Incoming damage boost, extra large. Hit me hard, dude. It's not much. It's not much. I need you to beat me up. I know I'm so strong. Okay, so the next one is lose to the culprit. Okay. So the next one... Oh, then the next one after that is going to be a seemingly a tough one. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just holding forward while reading the guide. Is there rewards for this? There are no concrete rewards. The reward is experiencing Capcom representing a fun part of the of gaming culture. I like that. Give up. Okay. Here we go. Gah! My body hit the frozen ground hard. The icy wind howled around me, draining what strength I had left. Was I struck by the Banshee? It was the last thought I had before I lost consciousness. A shadow on the deck. Okay. Again, we want to get all these, though. So, next one is chapters. So we go simple deduction. And also, yeah, we're still missing, like, the 2 there, so that's interesting. Okay, so simple deduction. So it says you want to get all the deductions right, which is, in this case, it's going to be... it says B... And then... I still don't get why you had to go to the Banshee for this one. Kind of weird. I guess it's not William, but okay. The Banshee. Kind of weird. And then B. And then accuse the right person, and then lose. Okay, then B. Oh, wait. Oh, whoops. I chose the wrong one. Didn't have a cup for myself. You forgot about me! It's an act of bullying. That's a mistake on my part. No reason to get upset. Come over here. Let's have a drink together. Okay. Had some tea with me. She was so nice. I like nice people. I took a sip of the hot tea and felt relief wash over me. It dawned on me just how much I've been on edge. So many awful things. Couldn't handle anymore. Bobby's words came rushing back. This is different, actually. Are we just going to bed now? Okay, yeah. So I did that wrong. Because I was clicking way too fast. Chapters Simple deduction. This is such a fun little thing that I think no one will play except for me. I legitimately cannot see other people playing this for YouTube. Like, maybe there's someone who just runs it through, but not like a Let's Play. It just doesn't feel like something that has a fan besides me who plays visual novels and fighting games, you know? Alright. So, for this one, its number of cups was supposed to be perfect. Okay, there's 11 of us. And then we accuse the right person. It is really funny. He's just right there, because people might legitimately just miss that. Right? Alright. And the Ace Attorney music's starting up. Right? So now let's beat him here. You can at least smash very quickly through. I wish there was a skip option, but here we go. Then we gotta lose to Dalsim here. So we know Damned is here and Dalsim, but I don't know if we know of anyone else. I'm curious if we'll learn more. Let's see here. Okay, let's go, you know what, for this I'll do this once. And then let's go. Okay, beat me up. Beat me up. Giving the fake voice, too, is also funny. Okay. There's that. Okay. So then is, the other Bashannon there then actually the girl that's always with him? I wonder. I wonder about that. Okay. Boy, this takes a while to die. Please, kill me. Please. Okay. There we go. And then don't press rise up. Say give up. So close yet so far. Oh, that isn't even an ending. Okay. All right. So there's a whole different route apparently. Okay. One specific ending required to unlock it. So the goal is to flirt with Grace every chance you get, then accuse her at first opportunity. So let's go new game. So, or it's okay. No, actually it says we can just start the game from chapter 2. Okay, start from chapter 2. Okay. Select option D when you're asked who to choose, and then option B at dinner. Okay. Let's do that then quickly. So this is where she asks us, who do you like? So we're going to flirt with her. I didn't think that actually mattered. I thought it was just kind of for fun, or it might change. I don't know. Probably not relationship values, but let's go. Okay. I think I prefer someone like you. I prefer someone like you. So you got a type, huh? Okay, so that's the same then. That's the exact same dialogue. Got it? Okay. Followed by B at dinner. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just looking here for other stuff. It says continue as normal. Okay, so I think what I'll do is we'll at least bring her up at dinner, and then afterwards I'll have to skip around. So we'll see that. Okay, dinner. Okay. Now at dinner, it says, choose. Your part is to be the most delightful garnish to a delicious dinner. That wasn't there before, right? That wasn't there before. Right? Let's go with B then, I guess. Right? That's what it says. Who knows? Mysterious smile. Okay, now that there's a bunch of stuff, we're going to do some stuff. So I'll see you when there's new stuff. Okay, so now we're here. It took a while to get back, but we did it. Now we need to accuse Grace. Okay, this is the key. Grace! I pointed an accusatory finger towards Grace. She silently raised her eyes to mine. Even in moments like this, she remained calm. We previously discussed the killer's intentions. She speculated that the murderer might be lying in wait. and that they could be trying to target someone else. She put herself in the killer's shoes. Of course, that didn't mean she killed someone herself, but I couldn't help but feel as if she were to kill someone, she would remain calm as a kitten. She possessed what seemed to be absolute nerves of steel. You're just joking, right? Grace replied effortlessly without hesitation. Yeah. I expected her to react even slightly, but she simply brushed it off unfazed. So this should lead to then the other ending. So I'll see you in a second then once we get to... Basically, I think we need to just get to where we get the bad ending, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so now we're back in our room. This should be... Here we go. Around midnight, there was a knock on my door. Max, are you awake? Ah, it was Grace. Sorry, I'm just too scared to be alone. Why do you have the staff? She was holding it. Oh my god. Wait. Is she gonna be JP, actually? Oh my god, wait. No, no. She was holding a cane, presumably for safety, and was trembling slightly. Come in. Placed a hand on her shoulder and gently guided her in. Did something happen? I asked, glancing at Grace's back. Her vulnerable posture was so close I could almost reach out and pull her into a hug. If this is JP, this is so funny. As a matter of fact, she whispered softly. She turned to face me. Something will happen right now. With a wide grin, Grace thrust her cane forward. Its sharp tip pierced my throat with deadly precision. Pain seared through me. I gasped for air, but none came. Why? I managed to question her. A reason? There isn't one. Grace made a face as if the answer was obvious. Don't you ever do things just for the sake of it? Like kicking a stone on the side of the road or picking up a leaf you happen to notice? Or maybe sometimes you just whistle because you feel like it. Couldn't understand what Grace was trying to say. All I could comprehend was that to her, human lives were as insignificant as a stone or leaf. Well, if I had to come up with a reason... Grace leaned in close, her lips almost brushing my ear. I simply thought, at midnight someone should die. Wouldn't things be better that way? What could possibly be better about this? I tried to retort, but instead blood spilled from my mouth. As the silly squawk of the cuckoo clock resonated through the resort in the distance, my awareness began to fade. A gentle sleep. Unend. Okay, well, so let's get that other new ending then, now that we've done this. Go to Chapter 2, flirt with Grace on both occasions, okay? Sounds good. After that, all you gotta do is go for it, it says. Whatever that means. Okay, so let's see here. Grace exclaimed. Okay, so we're gonna be like... These girls don't do anything. Are they literally just red herrings? I think they are. They never did anything. Someone like you. Got a type. Yep, sparring partner. Haha, hee hee. Okay. Oh, we're seeing this a lot. This is like, it's funny because like it's the true visual novel experience, but the fact that you do not have the ability to like fast forward or skip scenes, it's like a classic one, which is itself funny because of course, you know, we're referencing an old sound novel, as it were. Okay. All right, something like that. Okay, so lovers, or is it this one? Your parties be the most... I think it's this one again, right? I think it's this again, yeah. Who knows? Okay, thanks for the meal. Okay, let's see what happens here. John's a bit weird. John's a bit of a weirdo. Oh, this is new. Max, come on, let's call it a night. Okay. I paused for a second, unsure. Even though our rooms were separate, I almost felt like she was asking me to join her in hers. As I looked at her, our eyes met, loaded with something unspoken. It was a wordless bond. My heart thundered in my chest. I said earlier that her role might be as my lover, but this was all too much. Okay, you need to pick that one. Butterflies fluttered within me as we left the dining hall. Some kind of commotion at the front desk, but honestly, I couldn't bring myself to care. We walked up the stairs together. Oh my god, looking at her back, I got the strange sense that she was waiting for me to say something. Maybe I was just imagining things. Still, would it be so wrong to casually place my hand on her waist? Oh my god! No, in fact, wasn't that what this moment was calling for? It was like a magnetic force was attracting my hands to the curves of her body. Who was I to resist against it? Oh, go! That's what they mean by go for it! Go for it! Yes, this was my chance. I'd pull her in close, her face flushing at my touch. Our eyes would meet, locked on each other. Time would stop. I'd reach out my hand. But just then, oh my gosh! Grace gasped, dropping out of my sight. Look how cute it is! In front of her, a cat lay sprawled on the floor. My hand, now lost, made its way to my chin instead. Wow, so cute. Aren't you a cutie pie? Grace stroked the cat's back. JP loves cats. Oh no! Grace stroked the cat's back, looking up at me with a smile. That upward glance of hers was so irresistibly adorable. Oh my god, it's like flirting with someone online and then you learn that they're a dude and you're a dude and you're not for that life. A situation I may have had happen, which I definitely have deep-seated regrets over. You made me respond without thinking. A cutie indeed. I think you're cuter. Huh? I didn't mean it in a weird way. The thought just popped in my head. As I tried to explain, Grace chuckled softly. You're quite the character, Max. Then with a playful tone, she continued. Want to come hang out in my room for a bit? Really? Is that what I think it means? Grace quickly opened the door and with a playful glance turned back. I gulped, the lump in my throat swelled. Drawn in by an unseen force, I followed her. As soon as we were in a room alone, I could sense Grace's alluring aura. I don't want you to think that I'm like this with everyone. She leaned in with a warm and whispering tease. You're special. Special? Oh boy. Her soft words surprised me, making me laugh helplessly. Well, close your eyes. I did as I was told. And in that instant, something brushed against my body. Was that her hand tracing my waist to my side and my chest? Oh. A strange mix of ticklishness and shyness made me utter a sound without thinking. You're adorable, Max. Her hand grew even more insistent, pressing deeper. I'll hold you tight. Oh my god, okay. It's JP, absolutely. This is insane. I was being squeezed so tightly that I had to open my eyes. Whoa, what the? I looked down. The arms around me weren't Grace's. Suffocating, poisonous aura seemed to cling to me. You haven't felt the power of my embrace before, have you? Grace whispered, her voice calm and assured. This is the true nature of psychopower, the power to control minds. The ability to control minds. I attempted to shut, but my mouth wouldn't open. Max, you were so eager to let down your guard with me. With Grace, I mean. You were easier to control than I anticipated. I couldn't comprehend what she was saying. This couldn't be Grace. It was some malevolent force hiding behind her form. A searing pain shot through my body, as if my brain were being twisted. I screamed, but no sound came out. It's time to erase your memories and everything that you were. You will become my puppet, bound to obey the every whim of your beloved Grace. The voice echoed out, fading with time. This is gonna be fun. A laugh, unfamiliar and detached, reverberated in my ears as my consciousness began to slip away. Next time I awoke, I was nothing but an empty husk. In her arms. What are we doing? What are we doing? It's freaking JP. Like, chapters. Lover route. There's still another one after that? Wait, what? What did I miss then? It's called a night. Okay. Which one did I miss then? Wait, what? There's a bunch more? Okay. Go for it, B. Go for it. Okay, it's the same there. Oh my gosh, it's a kitty. Okay, so cute. Okay, and then let's do a cutie indeed. Meow. Cat stretched out its hind legs and walked away. Grace stood up and edged closer, her eyes studied my face. I was so nervous I couldn't think straight. Max, She hesitated, her eyes looking down at the floor. Was she about to confess her love to me? I felt like my heart was about to explode out of my chest. After what seemed like forever, she finally spoke. This is my room. Could you move over, please? Huh? Oh, yeah, no problem. Startled, I stepped back. Good night, she said, closing the door behind her. I returned to my room. I collapsed on my bed, feeling absolutely drained. The storm ravaged outside my window. Water trickled down my cheeks, soaking the pillow. Was the roof leaking? Or was this my broken heart? Leaking tears. Okay. Alright. Well. Oh, here we go. Go down. Okay, so there is 3 unique endings for the final route. Okay, so go down the downtown route by joining Buchanan's team. At least once you've seen it once, you should see a 3rd option at Chapter C. Oh, that's what starts it. Okay. All right, let's go back to dinner time with that one. Okay, so oh, what the frick? Okay, there's like battle challenges actually. Okay, wait, this is going to be interesting. So, your part is the most delicious garnish to the delicious dinner. Yeah, what is this going to be then? Your part is to be the most delightful garnish to a delicious dinner. As if on cue, a spicy aroma filled the air. Peeking into the kitchen, I saw William giving what seemed to be a lecture in front of a row of simmering pots. They were preparing curry for an after-dinner snack. Apparently, the guests were making each their own signature curry. Let's lend them a hand. Grace said as she led me towards the entrance. I couldn't quite grasp her intentions. Before I could react, she charged right at me. So we need to lose in this battle. Oh my god, yep. I mean, here she is using all the moves. Grace's curry bread. Take a total of... Oh. So you need to complete all the special challenges to unlock them. Okay. I see. Alright. We'll get this first. Okay. So we got that. Here, let's just lose here. So there's going to be some extra ones with like hitting combos, use a debuff item, defeat without using items, special objectives, defeat with super art. Okay, so there's a couple unique ones there. I see. So one ending is getting... So we need to not get Grace's the one time, and then get all the other ones, and then get all of them, including Grace's. Okay. We'll try those out there. This is interesting. This is interesting because now we're actually doing Street Fighter stuff, you know? I kind of wish I wasn't so strong, because I'm just kind of like waiting to die, you know? Okay, here we go. Just kill me. Please, I'm begging you. I wish I brought more. I wish I knew getting more crocodiles was important, you know? Just see here. Great. Okay, so great. Let me look here. Hit William with a 5-hit combo. That's not too bad, right? One thing to know is that Grace attacks will also counter where the combos to try to capitalize. Okay, so that's going to be one of them there. For that, just getting a super is all we really need. One of them will be hit with 8 punches. Just spam light punch, right? One of them is use an item, a debuff item, right? If you need to heal up, recommend using an energy drink, because the next one is defeat without using items. Okay. Nothing for that one, and then defeat with a super art. Okay. Final fight, recommend getting them near low health and doing a small confirmed level 3 or trying to whiff punish, or just, you know, spam level 3s. Okay, so we'll die here. All right, cool. So we lose here, and let's see what happens. You wanted to work up an appetite, huh? Nothing better than curry on an empty stomach, right? Conversation echoed out from the dining hall. When I returned, the trio of girls were gathered there. They were talking over a crumpled paper napkin. I leaned over to take a look. The napkin had something written on it. Tonight at 12, Spee? The red stain looks like cayenne pepper, and something smells sweet, too. Grace stepped closer, her eyes scanning the napkin intently. They must be writing the 12 Spice Challenge, a contest to see whose curry can pack the most heat. Grace declared, causing a total silence to fall over us. Oh, okay. Curry challenge. This could get deadly. Okay. Oh, after fighting Grace is when you'll need to do it. Okay, William muttered. I wish I knew that. Peeking up from the kitchen. Curry challenge. How stupid is the... Who is this? Oh, you're... What... yeah, before I could finish, a sudden violent impact hit me. Did one of y'all just say curry challenge? I was sent sprawling by Chase, who had run into me with all his might. My vision began to fade. When I came to, I was lying on the dining room floor. The aroma of curry filled the air around me. So you've decided to join us again. William leaned over me with a pot in hand. Since you called the curry challenge stupid, you'll be the one to decide which curry's the best. Everyone was present, each holding their own pot. Their faces were set with determination. It was clear this was no joking matter. I swallowed hard. It's an important match. We'll have to do this. Offering me a spoon, I took up, take a deep breath, and said, fine, then bring it on. Okay, what are we doing? So I need to die to this one first. We will go first. William and Colleen presented their red curry. They're delicious. Oh, that looks good. Delicious and filling chicken curry. Here we go. Grace and I took a bite, savoring the flavors. Oh my, this is... The chicken was delicious and savory, but more than that, spicy! Moved by the intense heat, we charged at William and Colleen, ready to take them on. Okay, so now we need to die. Oh, we start with low health. That's really good. See, again, hit with a 5-hit combo. Kill me. Wow, we got that automatically. Can I not die? Oh, I am dead. Will Grace win? I don't want that. You guys kill Grace, please? This is ridiculous that this is like this. Like, what if Grace wins, though? I will say, all this unique, like, music from, I assume this is from the original game, is pretty fun to hear. Okay, she is losing. There we go. Alright, so for the first ending... give up. The heat was so overwhelming that my vision blurred. I thought the fight would help, but it's so spicy. Oh my god. Itchy tasty. Spicy tasty. That's a friggin' Resident Evil reference. We collapsed to the floor begging for mercy. Spice-tastic. Alright, that's funny. Spicy tasty. Shut up. Alright, so can we go chapters to continue from, yeah, curry battle route. Okay, so let's not get Graces, and then we'll do them all there. So we need to not get Graces, but get all the other additional objectives. Okay, so let's just kill you quickly. I hope we don't accidentally get it there. Okay, well, we'll kill you here. Don't get it. There we go. Whew, okay. So now we need to get all the other ones there. So the first one's going to be 5-hit combo. Okay. Trying to think what might be a good 5-hit combo. Maybe EX, the EX one there. Let's see here. Grace attacks will also count. Try to capitalize on the openings. Let's see here. Usually, yeah, I think an EXDP should be enough. Okay. Let's see. Maybe the best thing to do is pop a thing that does less damage for us. And we'll give that a try. Because again, we want combo for this. Okay. So start with this. Let's go with lower our damage. Kick strength down, because I'm going to try that there. Okay. Did that count? That counted. Very nice. Okay, cool. Okay. This is chaos, man. Okay. And then... got you. I mean, you're doing combos. Thanks for the meter. Look at that. We're actually comboing. Okay. Next one then is to kill Bobby with a bunch of punches. Williams, coffee. Coffee with little bitterness and refreshing taste. Don't let those who say black coffee is real coffee get you down. True. I like both. I like both black and with stuff in it. I'll take both. We got him. The intense heat nearly knocked us out, but we counteracted it by drinking the coffee we got from William. The polyphenols in coffee will help ease the spiciness. It's true. That's why in Persona they have the coffee and curry cafe. Grace explained, surprisingly knowledgeable on the topic. I guess our curry was only a 1, Colleen said, looking a bit frustrated. I suppose you have never been the best cook. We just didn't have the spice. They both fell to the floor defeated. Next, you got to try mine and Abby's. The bold chicken chili. They both says they pulled out a plate. Looks similar to last dish, but with a thicker soup. Bottoms up. Grace and I each took a bite, savoring the flavors. Oh my, this is... The rich flavors are balanced with a refreshing citrus note, but more than that, spicy! In a state of panic, we charged at Bobby and Abby. Okay, here we go. So again, for this one, we need to hit with 8 punches. So, I'm going to lower our punch strength. But then... Did we not get enough? Come on. Don't kill him. I need to hit Bobby. There we go. There we go. That should be that. I have no... it's so tough to tell who you are at any given time. There we go. That worked. All right. Next one is, so a cup of ice cream. Cheap and popular. Many enjoy it after some pizza or salty snacks. Smells of vanilla. We got him. We were able to dull the fire in our mouths with the ice cream. Okay, so if you didn't get it at any time, the bonus objective, you wouldn't have continued. Milk fat softens the spiciness, and the cold alleviates the burning sensation. Grace it again, surprising me with her knowledge. It was supposed to be chicken curry, but I messed up and let it thicken too much. I tried to salvage what we could and continued simmering it, so I guess it only left us with a spice level of 4. Bobby and Abby explained as they dropped to the floor. It's time for our Chihuahua curry. The Buchanan's curry looked perfectly ordinary. Don't fret now, there ain't no actual Chihuahua in it. Well, at least that's off my mind. Let's dig in. Grace and I took a bite, savoring the flavors. Oh my, this is... so for this one, it's super easy. Use Mighty Jaw Destroyer at the round start, and you have it for damage. Okay. If it was a curry with a Texas kick decorated with a little flag featuring a Chihuahua, as expected it was spicy. Unable to resist, we took the Buchanan's head on. Okay. So for this, it's use an item while the opponent is in play. So let's pop a... Right, that got it. Yep. Oh yeah, he's literally doing the kick there. I didn't even realize that. Oh, actually, you know what? I should probably pop a quick heal, because the next one is defeat without using items. Just in case. Right? Just in case. Alright. Boiled eggs with a pleasing texture, both tasty and good for you. They're perfect with a little salt and pepper, easy to eat too. We got him! Biting into the boiled eggs we got from Amber, we overcame the heat. The protein in eggs binds with the chemical that makes us feel spiciness, capsaicin. I didn't actually know that. Grace explained she really knew everything. That was at least a 6 there, he got guts. Chase grinned while he and Amber fell to the floor. Okay, next up is our curry hot pot. Dude, Chinese curry like this, you'll die. The impressive dish gave off steam, the aromas of spices and Japanese dashi. Oh, it's Japanese style? Okay, it's not as bad, but let's do this. Savoring the flavors. Oh my, the broth was perfect. Bringing out the flavor of the ingredients more than anything, it was spicy. In a panic, we charged the 3 of them. Okay, so, because this one is defeat without using items for all of them. Okay. Oh, this is insanity. This is insanity. Okay, it's fine though. That fan projectile is so disgusting. I love it. Debbie's tiramisu, dessert made with cream cheese, not overly sweet. This tree is for a more refined palate. Okay. We got him. We devoured Debbie's tiramisu, letting the sweetness cool the burning. The casein in the cream cheese combined with the fat and sweetness helps neutralize the spiciness. Grace really did know her stuff. Our level 9 curry hot pot. I can't believe you could handle it. Tiffany and Molly collapsed to the floor in despair. I tasted a bit of sweetness in there, didn't I? Grace said to Debbie. Cinnamon was our secret ingredient. That's nice. It's the same as the aroma that was on the napkin from earlier. Were you the one who wrote the message? Grace asked. In response, Debbie nodded. That's right. I wanted to take on the 12 Spice Challenge. I didn't mean to drag anyone into it, but after everyone got so worked up, I couldn't find the courage to speak up. Debbie scoffed at herself. We may have failed level 9, but if anyone can handle it, maybe you could. With a curry-flavored belch. Gross. Debbie collapsed to the floor. Yo, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Jonas, live from Kung Fu Kong Villa, where a curry battle's going down. Jonas, holding his camera, bursts into the dining hall. Yoga! A man who looked like a sage suddenly appeared midair. Yo, it's John. Wonder what kind of fiery curry he's got for us today. In sync with Jonas's commentary, John presented a plate. An authentic-looking bean curry. Here goes nothing. Grace and I took a bite, savoring the flavor. Oh my, this is... The spices and legumes were a match made in heaven, but too spicy! We lost ourselves in the spice and exploded forward. This one has no objective, so just beat him up. Right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, if that hit, that would have been sick, though. Okay. Alright. I'll take it. The final fight's coming up, though. We defeated John and Jonas, but the spiciness was deadly. A spice level of 12. Dangerous enough to kill a man. As we were struggling, a sound echoed. Meow! Cat was approaching the plate of curry. Oh no! Grace tried to stop the cat, but it was too late. Spice level 12! The cat yelped out, transforming into a human before our very eyes. Here we go. All right. So we got to win with super, right? Ruby's banana. Okay, so our best bet is probably to pop. Let's just see here. Just trying to be careful. That worked. Okay. That's not Blanca, though, because Blanca wouldn't be able to speak like that. A healthy fruit that goes down easy, perfect for both breakfast or a snack. Some may prefer theirs more or less ripe than others. We got him! I took a bite of the banana I got from the cat. It was faintly sweet, but... Bananas only add sweetness to the taste. They don't have any effect on reducing the heat. Grace said... Grace, say it ain't so. Amidst the spiciness, my consciousness faded. Sweet, sweet nanas. So that was the thing. We needed her bread at the end. I can't habib it. All right, we need one more here. I'm going to go through and do it all again. See you all for the true ending of that one in a sec. Okay, there we go. I was slightly worried about not being able to win with Super again, but a couple Tiger Cannons is all we need. We got the banana, but we also have the other things, so we got him. I took a bite of the banana. It was faintly sweet, but bananas only had sweetness. Grace say it ain't so. If only I had something else. I reached in my pocket and pulled out the curry bread that Grace had given me. Desperate for relief, I took a bite. Immediately, an intense spiciness pierced through my skull. The banana's sweetness enhanced the flavor of the curry, doesn't it? By the way, that bread has a spice level of 13! Grace was right. Sweet and spicy. This was the true essence of curry! That night, I ascended to the next level of spice. Curry's last cry. What the that's what it was all for? Finis for that? Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that, you know? Okay. Wow, that was a lot of effort for something. I mean, you know what? Again, I'm happy I was able to show it off because I don't think anyone else will be really caring about this, which makes it even more special for me, you know? We're getting a bunch of items. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Wow, that's a lot of items. Wow. So I guess they kind of hold them from you until after, huh? Did we get any, like, let's see here. Get all those there. Yeah, nothing really new there. Did they add the music to the music player? I kind of doubt it, but let's see here. Right? I don't think they did. Cap Jams. We got that. Starry Night. All the ones I bought. Alpha 2. Yeah, no, because Song of the Streets was the last one there. So we unfortunately don't get that music, I guess. Which is a bit of a shame, because that could have been fun to sort of have. Is there any... Oh, did I not grab these? I guess I didn't grab that. I will say the fact that there's colors now that are available kind of sucks, because then if you miss them... Like this is friggin' JP, or, Polnareff from, you know, JoJo there. It would have been a bit, you know, sad that it's gone forever. They gotta eventually make these available. I feel like they have to, right? I feel like they gotta. Happy birthday, obtain any... Okay, that's kind of fun, right? And then there's this. Oh my god, I forgot about this freaking battle pass also with its own unique colors. It's a lot that I just don't need to deal with, you know? Did they add a virtues? Or not a virtue, but did they add the music? No, but we got bundles for the Street Fighter 4 music. It's kind of fun. Street Fighter 4 soundtrack's okay. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. 150. Actually, we could buy both of these, actually, and get them for fairly cheap, because it's also the tickets there they're cheap for. But I don't also want to use it. Costumes? Yeah, these are only available with those, so... I'd buy some of these if there were more, I guess I don't have those unlocked for them, huh? I'd buy some of these bundles if there was bundles, but I don't have bundles, right? And I forgot that this one is time limited. Right? Should I get it before it goes? Because I do use her, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. Okay, well, any other news? Oh, wait, there's a McDonald's. Oh, in Japan, they added in a freaking, a skin for Bison that turns him into Ronald McDonald, but it's only in Japan. That's really sad. And I think it is because they refuse to use Ronald McDonald in in Western advertising because of the whole killer clown craze. But I kind of wish we got that because it is a pretty good one. It's like a legitimately really good color scheme because it's just like Bison with like red, yellow, and white, and like it looks like a good combination. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, so Our theme is going to send shockwaves to the community. If it floats your boat, get out the... Here's the problem. Most people have not tried these. I'm going to go with the double cheeseburger. Just because most Americans will not have the other ones there. Right? Okay. Special double votes. Oh my god. Oh, you see people with the logos? That's funny. Right? So what are the yeah, you only get drive tickets. I mean, it's fun, but it's not something I need to deal with. Just running around with double cheeseburger on your head is really funny. She would pick that too. All right. Well, that said, I think we're done here, right? Thank you all for watching my look at the latest Street Fighter update. When's the next DLC? Let me see here. Street Fighter 6 Season 3 Pass. Let's see. When's the next one? When's the dates here? Dates? I don't know. Are they not labeled? Next one is Alex in the spring. Okay, so it's going to be a couple months away. Sounds good then, guys. We will see you next time for some more Street Fighter 6 in the future. Ciao. Yo.